Today we're drawing a cute baby nose and realistic lips. I'll show you how I use pastel pencils to create soft skin tones, realistic textures, and all those subtle details that make these features look natural and realistic. If you'd like to follow the complete step-by-step lesson, the full video is available inside the membership. Now let's get started. This is pastel matte paper. I chose the color beige because I was thinking about which color is like the main overall color I see, and it's a bit more beige yellow tone color, so I thought this is the perfect color to start with. So let's look at the colors first, and you can swatch them if you like, or you can just pick them out and then see how they turn out on paper, because pastel pencils are just really forgiving. You can add a color. If you think, oh, I don't want that, you can use the kneaded eraser, dab, or pick it up and then just go over it with another color. So sometimes I pick out colors in the beginning and then I'm not sure which color I'm going to use or add next. Then I just try it out. If I don't like it, I just pick it up again. Don't worry choosing the exact same color. You can just see how the colors are turning out on the paper. Remember, it's about the values as well. So I just look at how this compares to the reference photo. And again, the colors will look quite similar on the toned paper. And then for these shadow colors, we can add that golden touch, but these are the main colors that I'm going to use. These pinks, and then the brighter pink, the golden shadow color, the burnt sienna for the darker, and then the yellows where we need yellow. And then I'm also going to use some regular colored pencils because I can get a sharper tip with the regular colored pencils. I might add those, but then just use the same colors like I have here. And we're going to start with the black and white version. And then I think about which color are we going to use for the shadows. And I'm going to use the golden, the 180. So then I'm going to use the black and white version. And then everywhere where I see darks, I'm going to add the 180. Okay, and then we're going to start building up the colors. First, I want to use the 169, but then the polychromos. So I want to be more precise first. And I already tried using pastel pencils in the past for every small detail, and I had a bit of a hard time because you can't sharpen it to a finer point. So that's when I decided to start using regular colored pencils, and the polychromos, these work really well together with the pastel pencils. So I think this is easier, the 180 pastel pencil. Okay, so now we will look at the reference photo and focus on the darks, the darker parts. So here you see that edge. There's a shadow on the left part of the nose wing, creating this edge here. So I'm using really light pressure and just filling this shadow part in. Here will be light. What I like to do is I look at the mid-tone of my paper and then I look at that value there so it looks lighter. So what I want to do is use the white where it's lighter. So we will now focus on the highlights and the shadows. I use really light pressure where the shadow stops so that we can create smooth transitions and soft blending. So this is the underlayer that we're creating, and then we can start to build up color on top of this. So you see that I'm just adding like hatching. You can also go like circular motion, get it a bit smoother. But this will all blend in with the next layer. So again, you want to make sure that you have the same amount of pastel everywhere. If you added too much, so here I did add more because it's a bit darker. You can see that if you look at the reference photo. But if you have some patches that it looks like you added too much pastel, just use the kneaded eraser. And you can also, throughout the drawing process, make a picture, turn your drawing into black and white, compare it to the black and white version, just to check the values throughout the drawing process, if that helps. Okay, so now back to the color version. We're going to focus on color now with this 189. Then I'm going to go over the shadow colors and a bit around it. Then where it's pink, I'm going to add a layer of the pink and maybe blend it with the 132 and then just see how that looks. And then maybe we can start adding some of the peach colors, or we can continue with the pinks and then add yellow to create peach. Okay, so that's something, this is the 189, something I will decide once I see how the colors are turning out on paper. So you can have a plan in the beginning, but it's also all about checking, seeing how the colors start to look on paper. Using really light pressure And now I'm going to focus on the shadows and the midtones. Try to also enjoy yourself while drawing. If you feel like you don't have enough time, just leave it and come back the next time to continue. Instead of trying to rush these layers, it's really important just to try to enjoy the process, and even these ugly layers in the beginning. I know these are also the layers that can make you feel nervous, or you can doubt yourself at this stage, because this is like the messy, ugly stage. But you need to trust this process as well and just continue. So you see how it's starting to look rounder. And the more you draw with pastels, the more you draw portraits, either with graphite or charcoal or color, the more experience you have, the more you will be able to trust the process and yourself, and know that even though there will be some challenges, it will still all come together in the end, even though you're hesitated in the beginning. And I really think pastel pencils are forgiving. So if you make a mistake or accidentally you add the wrong color, let's say it's lighter here and I'm like, oops, I added this color. Just look how you can just easily just remove that. So every layer you add, just use light pressure. And if you're not sure which color, just take a picture, see how it looks in the picture, because it can give you like you can look at your drawing with fresh eyes that way. If you make a picture of your drawing, it can really help. And just, so if you're not sure what your next step would be, take a picture, compare it to the reference photo, and see, check the values first and then the colors. You see how I'm going in a circular motion, just so that I add with consistent pressure. Okay, so it could be a bit different if you start with white paper. We already have the midtone here. I think this is a beautiful color to start with, either the beige or the sand color. Depending on which reference photo you use, you can choose like a midtone color to start with. You could also use a gray. You have the light gray, the dark gray. Here I want more pink. Let's add that first. So let's use the bright pink, the 124. Again, squint your eyes, look at how it's all starting to come together, even though this is the ugly stage. I see a line here that I don't like, so before I continue, okay, add some more color by using the pink. Everywhere where you see that some pink, you can add this. It's like almost like a beautiful magenta color. Let's add some color to the lips. Going over this shadow color, see that? To really add that beautiful pink, to add more color to the lips. Okay, next step. Let's see. I added the pink. Which color do I miss? I miss the yellow. Let's just add the yellow now, and then we can go over with some lights and see if the yellow still shines through. So I have the darker yellow and the lighter yellow, so then I just check which value do I need. First, I just want this value because it's the same value as the pink. And then for the lighter areas, we can use the lighter yellow or the cream color. And 106. And I just use light pressure. And if I decide, oh, that's getting too yellow, or if I see that's getting too yellow, then I can always decide to go back to the lighter yellow. And now just focus on where you see some yellow. I'm also going to go over the pink, because pink is kind of like a light red, and red and yellow create orange. So pink and yellow create like that peachy color. Looking at the drawing, thinking about what the next step could be. Okay, so we have the shadows, we have the midtones, we have a few lights that we started with in the beginning, but now I want to add more lights, like here on the cheeks area. Okay, so we can use the cream color, or we can use the cream color for the warmer areas, or we can use the pink white. This is the ugly underlayer stage, and now we can start to smoothen more. Let's start with the pink white, 581. So everywhere where it's brighter pink, and I'm not using more pressure, I'm just adding a light layer first, glazing a layer. This is the 103, and then I'm going to slowly start to blend the layers together. This is the stage that we're going to start to smoothen everything and blend, but still light pressure. You don't want to add too much pastel. So I'm going to switch between the cream and the pink white. And then where it's getting too light, I just add a layer of the 189 or 132 of those like neutral pinks. I can call them neutral pinks. And if you need more pink, use the bright pink, the 124. So you see at this stage how I just check how it's looking. I focus on the color, like I say, where it's more yellow or more pink, but also is it too light or was it too dark? And now I'm just focusing on this smaller area of the cheek. So that helps me focusing on the overall drawing first for the values, but now focusing on smaller parts. See how we're starting to get it all a bit more smoother. So we're not there yet with the layers. We're still going to blend. And then after this layer, we can, once we have it a bit more smoother, then we can start to add more color glazes. So again, you just want to really take your time. I take my time with these kind of drawings, layer by layer. Each layer matters. Okay, I want to go over the nostrils. Let's see which color. Let's just use the 169 again, but then the polychromos and just a bit darker. Okay, so I think I need a bit more color. So we really want that, like that light, bright shining. So let's use the pink, the brighter pink, 120. Let's just see how that goes. If we can create that, because it's also a bit darker here. And then where it's lighter, we can maybe use the peach, the pre-mixed peach. But you can also use your own colors to mix, and that way you can make it more pink, make it more yellow. Okay, we have a bit more pink now, see that? And then we need a bit more yellow. I'm hesitating which yellow, but I'm going to start with the brighter one, and then the 102 where it's a bit lighter, like here. Okay, I like how that color looks. So we can also use that for the nose. It's better than the peach. I tried both. So you see how I try it out, and then just see how it turns out. Neutralize it, 132. Oh yeah, and if it's a bit too peach, like too yellow, too pink, use the neutral pink color. I don't like to neutralize again. These are the colors that I'm going to use. This color, I also see that here, so we can add that. And as well as the nose. Okay, so if I look back now, see how the nose is starting to look better. Look at the lips, which we need to work on next, but how it's slowly coming more together. Okay, we can always come back and check. For now, let's move on to the lips, and then we can focus on this area. We already have the values, so let's see what we can use. Let's use the 124, the pink, because we want to add pink to the lips. And then I can lighten this pink with the pink white, I think. And let's see which color. Yeah, we don't want it too light. So I think the pink, yeah, I'm looking at the colors that we can use. This is also a color that we can use, that it's less bright. This is actually a perfect color that I see here. So maybe we can use that, but we can also use this pink and then neutralize it more with these colors. Actually, before we use the white, let's neutralize a bit with the 132, so a bit over the highlights. Okay, let's use the pink white first, the 581, because this whole top lip is lighter. So let's also blend over the edge of the top lip. Let's neutralize this a bit with first the top part with the 189, the darker pink. And then we also need to go over the inside again, see that? So the top part is darker, and I'm going to switch to the lighter one, the 132. And then we can use the pink white going over the edge to blend that a bit. Here it's a bit lighter. Yeah, let's go over this to blend it a bit. When I look at the inside of the lips, I do actually see brighter red. So I think I'm just going to also use the red here as well. Here, see these corners? It's more red than pink actually. Let's darken first. And then we have the 18 for the brighter red. So this is more like a shadow. See that? That really helps getting that bright, vibrant color. And then also going over the top part of the lower lip. And here, really these corners, see that? Really that bright, vibrant. Let's use the pink 124 to add some a bit more color to the top lip as well. And here to the lower lip where I didn't add the red, just to add more color. Okay, so just adding some peach, and to smoothen it all a bit here we can also add peach to the shadow color. Let's use the white. I want to use the white polychromos first, see how that goes. So here we already used the pastel white, and here as well. Kind of like these texture lines is what I'm drawing. Can also add those creases back. Here's white, here. Okay, we can go over that with another layer. The inside can be darker again. Let's use the 225 polychromos. Let's see if we can get it dark enough. And then we can also add some crease lines. Yeah, that's already dark enough, so we don't have to use the 169, the red sienna. I'm adding some of the crease lines. Here we need it darker. Let's use the 189 again. Let's actually add more pink, the 124. The lower lip is also quite pink, vibrant color. Okay, and then we can add another layer of the white. And here it's less bright. The lines here are a bit too harsh, but we can blend that later. Okay, so let's focus on this part. I already have the mid-tone. I already added the pink here. I think I'm just going to add the peach. Maybe the lighter peach? Yeah, because it's quite light. Let's compare. Looking at this part, yeah, it's all light. So it's lighter than I have now. If I need more vibrant color, I can always add the pink and the yellow again. Don't want it too dark. I'm going to blend it all together with this light peach color. I think the value is turning out good. So at this stage, you can take another picture. I'm going to use the 189. Check the values so that you're sure that the values are correct. Then you can focus on some smaller details, maybe some texture. Use the peach, 542, and that. Let's use the white again, polychrome. Highlights going a bit over the edge of the top lip here. Remember that you don't have a line there. So the polychrome white is a bit more subtle, that's better. The pastel white could be too bright. So this is actually bright enough so that you really have that light shining on the cheek. So you see that the darks are important, but also the lights. Making the nose again. Let's have this part bright. Let's use the darker peach. 2. So now you will have to check your own drawing, to check your own values. And you can also squint your eyes. Squint your eyes, remove detail, check the values that way. That also helps. The top lip was a bit lighter, so let's use the 580. That pink white, just a bit lighter. Here maybe a bit lighter and pinker. Okay, and then I'm going to use the polychrome white because I see some texture lines here. Just want to add those. Yeah, everywhere where you see some texture lines, you can try to add them. Make it really look more like skin. But yeah, this is baby skin. It's pretty smooth. But just if you want to add some extra details, you can do that. Okay, I zoomed out. I checked everything. Double checked everything. So what I do when I zoom out is I actually stand up, I squint my eyes, I check, yeah, again, the values. You can use the black and white version, that really, so you don't have to guess. That really helps. So look at this beautiful version. So we started with picking out the colors, like comparing the skin tone to the reference photo. Look at how similar, because we use those same colors. So like peach, pink, yellows, we used even red for the lips to bring that, or to give us that more vibrant color, because the baby's lips are quite pink. Some subtle shadows, some subtle highlights, and I showed you how I check the values throughout the drawing process. I can't say it enough, check your values. The values are more important than the exact color. So if I have more pink or more yellow here, you wouldn't really notice because the values are correct. I didn't have this bright enough, so I just used the white. I lightened even more. I really like that beautiful subtle highlight on the nose, that beautiful shadow around the nose. Those shadows and highlights really create that illusion of roundness, creating this cute little round nose of the baby. And the same for the lips, because the inside is darker. And then some highlights here, we really create that illusion. And that's it for today's drawing. I hope you enjoyed creating this soft baby nose and realistic lips with pastel pencils. It's all about patience, layering, and trusting the process with those small details. If you want to watch the full step-by-step lesson and draw along with me, you can find it inside the membership. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.